I'm Deborah Bowen,
I'm Virginia Rambula.
and we are in charge of the legal department here at Translation Time and Production.
I'm Marcus Pearson, I'm financial management, and I'm in charge of startup costs and profit translation time.
I'm Andrew Burke. I'm the founder and CEO of Translation Time. What we have is a service that provides real-time translation with a real person. With our product, you install our app, and then you can talk to anyone through your mobile device with a real translator. Because you're interacting with a real translator, it's faster, friendlier, and more accurate. You won't have to wait with a delay. Our rep is with you live on your device, seeing and hearing what you do. And now I'll kick it to our finance and marketing expert.
Okay, what we came up with when we did our research for the cost and target market, for a 30-second commercial on the Travel Channel and Weather Channel, it is $5,000, and also $4,000 for a 4-week run at airports, 5 different airports of your choice. So we could go ahead and do our advertising at those locations. Our research also showed that many travelers do have a demand for it, corporate travelers and also just leisure travelers that are traveling abroad. There is actually no other product that actually handles real-time with video translation services. And we have a small commercial clip that will give an example of what it would actually be. I'm trying to order some English of your country in France. You didn't say five, qu'est-ce que c'est?
What you need is translation time.
What's translation time?
Oh, it's as easy as downloading an app.
I would like to tell him that I need to order some Chico's country.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Angelique. Comment allez-vous?
Bonjour, Angelica. Jim Dante.
Monsieur Gerardo voudrait acheter trois fromages.
Ah, oui, oui.
Translation time. Okay, now I'd like to go ahead and hand it over to our production and legal team.
Hi, I will be in charge of our real-time running of the application, which involves certification of all our translators to the American Translation Association, as well as the start of our first 5 languages, which is going to be French, Italian, English, Spanish, and German made available, as well as recruiting of our translators and our quality checks.
Hi, I'm Virginia. I handle all of the legal parts of the business. I make sure we follow all our rules and regulations given by our state government and e-commerce.
All right, now I'm going to talk to you about the startup costs and the profit for the company. All right, to start with, we're asking for $15,000 for a web app developer. That's someone to actually make the app for us. Next, we're asking another $10,000. That's for any tools or cables, servers, things like that, just to make the app available. Now, next we're going to have to host the app, and at $2.72 an hour, that comes to about $25,000, roughly $25,000 a year. Now, with that $50,000 plus the $80,000 that's going to come from the marketing, it's going to put us at $130,000. And now we're going to ask for an addition. We're going to need an additional $200,000 to actually pay the employees that we have for the app. Now, normally it's just going to be a small network administrator and his team, that are going to just ensure that the app stays online. If any problems occur, they're gonna be there to fix it at any time. Because if the app goes down, we're not making money. So that's gonna be a projected cost of about $200,000 a year for the first year. Now, of that $330,000, we plan to invest $130,000 of our own money leaving us with $200,000 that we're asking from investors in exchange for 5% of our company. Now, as far as the profits and what you stand to make off the first year of service, we're only going to be targeting American tourists in the first year, just kind of a startup. And what I did was I went online, I did some research, and I found out how many American citizens traveled abroad last year. Now that number came out to roughly 24 million people who traveled overseas. This is not even including Canada and Mexico, it's just overseas. So of those 24 million, let's say a quarter of those people download our app, they use it, they love it, and that comes to about, what, 6 million. Now, of those 6 million people, if each person talks on the phone for 1 minute at $2 a minute, which is our rate, that's gonna come to $12 million. Now, that's just for 6 million people to talk on the phone for 1 minute. Now, realistically, you can't have a conversation with anybody for 1 minute. So, let's just say each person averages about 5 minutes on the phone. Just gonna times that by 5, and it's gonna come to 60 million in profit the first year. And of that 60 million, the 5% that we're offering will bring your total to 3 million. So once again, we're asking for an investment of $200,000 in exchange for 5% of the company, and $3 million is what you stand to make, projected, estimated the first year of cost. Any questions?
So you're saying what percentage of the 24 million are you planning to?
We want to offer our investors 5% of our company.
Not how much you're willing to offer, we'll get there. The 24 million people that travel abroad, what
Right.
percentage did you say you
A
would?
quarter.
So you think you can get 25%, 33% of the people who travel abroad to take this product on?
Why not?
I have a question. So out of that 24 million, those are all from the 5 languages that you're,
No, these 24 million, these are just the American tourists that travel overseas.
well, they're going to the countries that you're offering those
Right.
languages?
Well, yeah.
I think one of the things you have to consider is that anytime you do an app, you're automatically a global company. So you can't say it's US only. You don't have that option.
It's not,
because it denies access or perceived access to others if you inadvertently state something like that. Because you're going to get people from foreign countries to say, well, hey, this is a great thing. Maybe you can help me with.
Well,
That's what I heard from you. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe if I rephrase it a little bit. Basically, the startup cost, it relates only to the US. So when we start, this is what we're going to be working with as far as with our US customer base.
So with the $200,000 for the employee costs, how many employees are you planning to employ and at what dollar rate?
Well, this is just an estimate for the network administrator and his team. Like, if it comes to more or less, I'm sure we can probably work with that, but
How many people are on the team?
realistically, we could pull this off with 2 to 3 techs.
You'd be pretty lucky to pull off 2 to 3 techs. If they're good techs, good app developers, they command that kind of salary with one person. So how do you adjust for not keeping or retaining talent during the development phase?
Well, we wanna get the young guys, we don't wanna get the, you know, as much, cause experience is gonna cost more money. And, I mean, for a beginner coming into the field, if we could possibly get them to do something like that.
So what if I were to say that if you